Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. Today we are moving in the fodder bales that we made in our previous video, and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with the bales, how I'm going to store them. So I'm going to wrap at least half the fodder bales that we move in. We've got 120 that we need to move in here, as you can see up on the hill behind me. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to do what I did a few years ago and put the bales in a line across this field. I'll be able to fit more in a row and it'll just be faster. But I swore to myself that I wasn't going to do that again, because in the winter months the snow will compact after getting run over so many times. It'll turn into ice, and then the tracks turn into ice skis. So I struggled quite a bit trying to get all these bales moved out. But to save time, I'm thinking I might go through and try it again this year. You can actually see on the ground where it killed off the alfalfa. So we've got alfalfa right here. We had a row there, a row over here, and then another slightly shorter row right here. But I can probably fit at least 10 to 20 more bales in a row that way. And I could go further over if I truly wanted to. But I don't know. I feel a little bit better if we go down the hill with them. So I might do at least the first row down the hill. I'm thinking I'm going to wrap at least half of them, use up the bales that we don't wrap at first, and then that'll preserve at least some of the bales. I want to check the moisture content on the bales by going back and putting my hands on them just to see. It was pretty wet when we baled them, but the sun came out, and by the end of yesterday the ground had dried up quite a bit, so I think that the bales should be good. But it is concerning. We'll see how it turns out over the winter months. And I'm interested to see how the fodder bales turn out wrapped as well. But let's fire the wrapper up. I think I am gonna at least do one row going down the hill, and if I change my mind, I might decide to turn it and go out this way and try to put a line where the old lines were. Let's go pick up a few bales. don't know if this will work on corn stalks, but we're about to test it out. Ooh. High on moisture, in my opinion, but for corn stalks, they're going to be used for bedding. I'd rather have corn stalks than nothing at all, even if they are a little wet. Ooh, ouch. $25. So I just checked the moisture in these bales, and they ranged anywhere from 19% all the way up to 40%. So in my opinion, we're gonna let them sit and air out because I want to use them for bedding. I'm not trying to ensile them because I'm not gonna be feeding them, you know, directly as feed. I want them dry. So we're gonna let them sit out, air out, even if they get rained or snowed on, and hopefully I'll be able to test them here in the next week, 2 weeks, and see if the moisture goes down in them any. There will be some degradation in the quality of the bales because of the moisture, but I think as long as they do dry out, I'm just looking for dry bedding. So this is some of the drier stuff that we had as well, so I'm sure the bales down at Travis's are even worse. So we'll just let them sit and air out, and then if we get a streak of sunny weather in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'll go through and I'll wrap them up. But for now, we're gonna stack them in lines next to the wrapper, so then when it comes time that I want to wrap them, all we got to do is just move them over and start stacking them. We're gonna leave about 1 foot of space in between each bale to allow the air to go in and infiltrate, and you know, just kind of hope that we have some decent bedding. I'm gonna stack the bales that we've got spread out right here, and then I'm gonna help them haul bales in. Make it rain. Time of day it is right now. It's 1:30 in the afternoon and the sun is going down. Why do I live in Wisconsin again? I can pick 2 bales up at a time, it really boils down to the condition of the bale. Because with fodder bales, they're not exactly very integrally sound because of the size of the corn stalks in them. So each tine can only go so far into each bale, and if it's not a good solid bale, if there's any problems with the net wrap, you can actually rip the fodder away from the roll in the center, and it'll shred your net wrap. But I mean, otherwise, as long as the net wrap's intact and it's a tightish bale, usually you can pick them up 2 at a time. But granted that I already ripped up that one down there, I'm trying to be extra careful. I just put it in with the cows today. I'm going to be letting them out into the field when we're done, so that way they can pick away at any of the leftover ears of corn that might be out there and eat up any of the alfalfa that's not totally wilted yet. We're almost done. Probably got 2 more loads each. We just got all the bales moved in. You want to talk about going crazy? The only stations that I can get to come in right now are playing Christmas music and playing sports. Alright, we're done here. We're going to go down to Travis's place. There's roughly 40 bales down there. He said that we need to move in. So I'm going to take over for Randy. He's been running the 76. We're only going to be using 1 skid steer down there. It shouldn't take us real long with running 2 tractors like this. So we're going to hop in and take off. We got these bales moved in a relatively quick fashion. Travis hopped in the 76 and took off with my camera, so I didn't get any filming down here, but I think it's for the better that we didn't wrap these, at least for now, to give them a chance to air out. I'll be keeping a close eye. I'll be moisture checking those ones out there to see if they do in fact air out anytime in the next 2 weeks. They're calling for warmer weather, so I have my hopes up. I feel like the drier you get your bedding, you know, the absolute best. So we're leaving that as is. We're taking this stuff back up to the farm, and that pretty much wraps up all of field work if we don't count tillage. At this point, we're not totally sure how much tillage we're going to be getting done. The ground is frozen, relatively hard, so again, depending on what the weather does, we'll see. So be sure to keep an eye out. That's pretty much it for this video, guys, though. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. All How Farms Work. And with that, we'll see you next time.